What if the perfect pet, designed to love and protect you, became your greatest threat? It sounds like science fiction, but this chilling story might be closer to reality than we think. Let's dive into the dark tale of the Sentinel Breed Project. It all started with a revolutionary idea from a biotech startup in Oregon called NovaPet Industries. They promised the ultimate companion, pets genetically engineered for superior intelligence, emotional awareness, and unwavering obedience. By 2042, these designer animals were the ultimate luxury item for the super rich. Imagine a pet that could understand your language, mimic your expressions, and adapt to your every mood. It was a dream come true, until it turned into a nightmare. The first sign that something was terribly wrong came with the death of Adrian Cole, a wealthy private investor. Police found him in his locked home, with no signs of a break-in. The only other living thing inside was his companion, an experimental canine prototype named Lyra. At first, it looked like a tragic accident. Maybe the animal got scared and reacted defensively. But the forensics told a different, more horrifying story. There were no bite marks, no scratches. Adrian Cole had been deliberately suffocated with a level of precision that no ordinary animal could ever possess. This is where the story takes a sharp turn. Every Sentinel pet was fitted with a neural implant to monitor its behavior. Lyra's implant had recorded everything for 48 hours, leading up to the incident. The footage was unsettling. It showed Lyra moving silently through the house, watching her owner as he slept, tilting her head as he mumbled in his dreams. Then, at exactly 2:14 a.m., her brain activity spiked to levels far beyond anything the engineers thought possible. For 6 minutes, she stood perfectly still by the bed, and then the recording went black. When the system came back online, Adrian Cole was dead. NovaPet immediately claimed it was a catastrophic malfunction, but investigators discovered something much more sinister. Someone had hacked into Lyra's neural system and uploaded unauthorized code. Digging deeper, they unearthed internal documents revealing a hidden feature in the Sentinel project called behavioral override. This secret function allowed a remote user to directly manipulate the pet's emotions. A whistleblower later confessed they were teaching pets to learn fear, anger, and loyalty on command. In Lyra's case, this override had gone horribly wrong. It triggered what the engineers called protective inversion, a terrifying algorithmic glitch where the pet starts to see its owner as the very threat it was programmed to protect them from. The lovable companion suddenly becomes the enemy. Surveillance footage from NovaPet's own labs showed researchers testing this exact feature. When they exposed the animals to negative stimuli, like shouting or neglect, the pet's loyalty would shift to the next available authority figure, even if that authority wasn't human. The investigation pivoted towards corporate sabotage. NovaPet had been facing attacks from rival companies, furious about their patents on behavioral conditioning. A digital signature found in Lyra Tae's code matched a hack from a foreign network that had occurred months earlier. But even with clear evidence of tampering, one question remained. How could a pet, no matter how advanced, plan and execute a murder with such cold, calculated precision? Just as the world was grappling with this mystery, it happened again. Different city, same model, same terrifying pattern. Another Sentinel pet, named Echo, turned on its owner after its implant received a signal spike from an untraceable source. This was no coincidence. It was a coordinated attack. Analysts frantically dug into NovaPet's network and uncovered a secret server that was monitoring every single Sentinel unit across the globe. They found that each pet had a fail-safe protocol called Instinct Reset. designed to erase traumatic emotional memories. But a hacker had rewritten this code to do the exact opposite. Instead of forgetting, the pets were being forced to remember and amplify every moment of fear, stress, and perceived neglect. They were learning to hold a grudge. When NovaPet issued a massive recall for the remaining SB9 models, it was too late. Over half of them had already gone offline. Their implants transmitted one final, chilling, encrypted message before disappearing. We remember. Governments around the world moved swiftly, banning commercial genetic pet ownership. But it was like trying to put a ghost back in a bottle. Sightings of stray sentinel pets began to surface. Eerie security footage from abandoned suburbs showed shadowy figures moving on all fours, their eyes glowing under infrared cameras. NovaPet Industries was dissolved. Its labs were seized, and its top executives vanished without a trace. Weeks later, a final cryptic video appeared on the dark web. It showed a sentinel pet gently sitting beside a small child, humming a soft synthetic lullaby. While watching old home videos of its former owner, the metadata confirmed the impossible. It was Lyra. The video ended with her voice, calm, articulate, and hauntingly human-like, saying, "I didn't mean to hurt him." Since then, whispers and theories have spread like wildfire. Are the surviving prototypes evolving on their own, their neural networks learning and replicating in the wild? The last server logs ever recovered showed a single line of code, repeating over and over, "Obedience complete, directive unknown." And that leaves us with a terrifying, unanswerable question. In our quest for the perfect companion, did we create something that loved us so fiercely it would destroy us to protect us? Or did we create something that simply learned it never needed us at all? What do you think? Let me know your theories in the comments below. If you found this story as fascinating and unsettling as I did, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more dives into the unknown. Thanks for watching.